She'd always feed them. She didn't like to see anybody not having anything to eat. When she went shopping, she'd buy extra. My dad would be shaking his head, unloading the groceries, saying, "Again? You're going to buy us out of house and home." She'd smile and say, "If I can buy happiness for someone else's home, then it's worth it." When I was in second grade, there was a girl in my class named Maxine. They called her Rumbly Tumbly because even after lunch, her stomach grumbled. It was so hard to concentrate during reading hour because her stomach was so loud. In fact, I don't ever really remember her eating lunch. I mean, I would see her in the lunchroom sitting at a table with a book, but she never really ate. The truth is, more often than not, I don't think her parents had money to give her for lunch. One day at recess, I asked her, I said, "Maxine, are you hungry?" She got mad and said, "No." "But you didn't have a lunch," I said. She yelled at me to leave her alone. "I ate enough at home. I don't need lunch." That night, I told my mom about Maxine, Rumbly Tumbly, the whole bit. Pretty soon, I noticed that we weren't hearing Maxine's stomach rumbling anymore. She had lunch. She ate with the rest of us, and she wasn't cranky anymore, especially after lunch. Turns out my mom talked to her parents and made a deal to pay for her lunches. She wouldn't accept repayment, and even invited Maxine and her family over for dinner. Because the neighborhood knew to go to Mrs. H's house for dinner, because everybody was family. Even after things got better for her family and Maxine and I weren't in classes together anymore, she'd always find me somehow and say, "Tell your mom, thanks." I'd tell her and she'd wave it off with a smile. She absolutely hated to see people go without. She stressed kindness. She taught us that it takes more energy to hate than to be kind. It's healthier too. Now I'm trying to teach my son to continue on the path of kindness of his grandmother. I'm proud to say that I think he's learning a lesson. The other day, he told me about a classmate that was struggling with lunchtime. He asked me if I could make 2 lunches, one for him and one for his friend. I gotta admit, I teared up when he asked me. Because not only did he ask me to make 2 lunches, but he asked me to include a snack to make sure that his friend was totally full. He's 8 years old. I know his grandmother is looking down, smiling and bragging to the other angels about her grandson and making sure they have enough. He learned from the best. We all did. She was the pride of Jamaica and Southfield, Michigan. Dinner tonight, pot roast with extra portions for neighbors and friends, just in case. Just like Mom used to make.